Hello, my name is Lawrence. This is going to be my routine of me showing you how I get these mini twists. These are my favorite protective style, but there's a lot of work to do to get there. This is my blow-dried, moisturized, even put some oil in my hair, it's all detangled, and this is pretty much how it starts. And of course, something that's going to take me multiple hours, I got to start at a very late time, and you don't even want to know how long this took me. I start off by setting my phone up on a tripod, and I set that tripod behind the chair so I'm able to see the back of my head. I use the phone as a camera and screen mirror that to my laptop so I can begin parting. I use some good old-fashioned rat tail combs, and I start parting at the back of my head and work upwards so I can still see the parts as the hair starts to fall down. I'm going to use some rubber bands to section the rest of my hair out of the way of the small section that I just parted. You can see the first pass of the line that I just went through, not too bad if I do say so myself. But I'm going to go ahead and clean that up with this edge wax that lays the hair down so you can use the comb to make the part even straighter. I'm going to run that along kind of the scalp but along the hairline of where I just parted, and then smooth that down over the shaft of the hair on both directions, upward and downward. Then I use the rat tail comb again to just get the small hairs that are in the way in their correct direction, and it'll make the part super clean, as you can see. Now, even though my hair is blow dried, we know that after all that sectioning that it still got tangled up, so my brush of choice is the Unbrush. Yes, I got this from TikTok Shop, they got me. I have two. This solid yellow one I got is newer. As you can see, the bristles are a lot less frayed out. I use the older one with the blow dryer because it's a little bit softer on my hair compared to the new one, but they're both still good. Once I've detangled this bottom section a few more times, I'm going to go ahead and pan over to my point of view where you can see I'm going to start to make the individual boxes for each twist. I make a rough part as well as detangle that one little section again. I'm going to go ahead and use the gel again to smooth all the hairs over into that one section. I take this one section, divide it into 3 parts, and I braid the root. I choose to do this instead of twisting the whole twist down because it keeps the parts looking tight and closer to the scalp a lot longer. I evenly space part the sections and continue to braid the root across the whole bottom row before beginning the twist because I'm going to switch and use another product. My favorite product to use for mini twists is the Twist and Set Cream from the Taraji P. Henson hair care line. I describe this like a thicker leave-in conditioner, but it also functions as a gel to give those twists some hold for a longer period of time, but without leaving them crunchy and hard. Now I take the Twist and Set Cream, run it along that whole strand of hair, split it into 2, and twist all the way down. Having the whole row already pre-parted with the roots braided makes twisting a lot easier because you're only dealing with one product. You don't have to worry about alternating between the gel and the cream at the same time. Here's me just finishing the second row after twisting all of them. Here's me after completing the third row of twists. As you can see, there are a lot of them already, and yes, it takes a long time. You just have to be patient because the result is worth it. Keeping all the parts consistent is honestly about 60% of the work, but that's the main contributor to how full your whole head will look after you've twisted everything. Arguably, the most important part of these mini twists is the front of your head because, to be honest, I won't be seeing very much of the back anymore. So I'm going to stand directly in front of a mirror and go ahead and make that center middle part of my head. Make sure the hair on both sides is even. It's a little messed up right here, but I fix it, I promise. I make all the sections and braid the root just like I did the back of my hair. As you can see, it's nicely spaced out. And then I just did a time lapse right here of twisting it with the Twist and Set Cream and just alternate on both sides. It's kind of funny how I'm leaning on each side like this. And that's what it looks like after doing just those 2 rows. And finally, I finished everything. This is what it looks like after I've twisted every single last part. I just kind of fix that middle part, kind of lay them down properly. They're kind of stiff just after using the twist and set cream, but you kind of have to let it marinate a little bit, then they'll loosen up a little bit later. I'm going to use this Carol's Daughter hair and scalp oil. It's primarily castor oil, but you can use whatever oil you choose. I run that along all the parts and sections of my hair so that my scalp doesn't get dry. This part feels really good. Now, your scalp does produce natural oils, and those oils are known as sebum. However, they have a harder time traveling down the length of curly or coily hair compared to straight hair. This is because the natural bends and coils in curly hair make it more challenging for the oil to spread evenly. So I compensate for this by rubbing the oil on my hands and spreading that throughout my twists. And the oil also serves as a sealant, which prevents the leave-in conditioner and other moisture in my hair from evaporating. And that's pretty much it. Those are all the products I use, and you can definitely stop here. However, I do one more step just to give the twist a little bit of texture. I actually go ahead and braid a couple of sections of each of the twists. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can kind of see how I'm braiding like 3 right in front of my head. I'll do a group of 4, a group of 3, like I'll alternate. And then when I take out the braids, you can see the twists aren't as straight anymore. I gave them a little bit of wave, a little bit of texture, makes my head look a little bit fuller. This is how I like to wear them every day. That concludes the end of this tutorial. I hope you like my video. I hope you learned something. And if you enjoyed it, comment down below. My name is Lawrence. Come again, watch again. I don't know, do something. Anyway, keep smiling. Bye.